Are you ready for one of the most brutal and badass podcasts you have ever heard in your entire life?
Oh my god, I'm so fucking ready!
Yeah, are you ready for it? This is the next episode of Mourning Friends with ROTN. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're on the ROTN Morning Podcast. Yeah, it's Mr. Fuzzy Pants. I'm here live in ROTN Studios.
That's
and
right.
he's gonna get the takedown too.
That's right, guys. One of the only people that listen to our podcast are now on our podcast.
Yes, and unfortunately it's just a puppet, but that works too.
The fur is flying!
Hi everyone, I am here in the studio with Fuzzy Pants.
Hi, it's me, Fuzzy Pants. I'm sorry, Grim, I couldn't wait to talk.
Okay, Fuzzy Pants, you need to calm your voice. Listen to the music.
I am calm.
Oh, how do you feel?
I feel smooth.
Have you had crack today?
I plead the fifth.
All right, well, anyway, here goes nothing.
Sure, if that's what you want to call a ROTN Morning Podcast, nothing. Sure, why not?
I am going to kick the shit out of you.
We'll be back after these short commercial messages.
Thanks for waking up this lazy Monday with us. We are very happy to have you here on our show.
Doesn't this feel happy?
Get the hell away from the mic.
You're a son of a bitch.
We love our audience, and we applaud your efforts to dig through this terrible podcast.
Well, it can't be too terrible because I'm on this podcast today.
That's actually pretty fair. We actually have a good guest.
You told me to leave.
Shut the fuck up and get...
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what she thought, Matt.
We're
I'll
gonna
do
be
it again.
peaceful.
No peace. No peace in the studio.
Only one.
Just be quiet, Matt. It's not working. Just be quiet.
Sit over here with my sandwich.
Just sit there with your sandwich.
Have fun with your sandwich. Oh, yes. Do you feel that sick beat? Ah, there it is. It's a party in here.
Not a party in here. Why are you laughing?
It's a party. Just because you're not partying doesn't mean anything.
Matt, what is she talking about?
It's a party. Look, there's popcorn. There's underwear on the floor.
There's underwear on the floor? What party has why is there underwear in the floor?
You can party on anything, even underwear.
Whose underwear is it?
I don't know.
I don't even have
I thought
pants.
you brought it.
Yeah, if he doesn't have pants on, it's probably his underwear.
Oh.
Good point, Matt.
All right, well, dance on it anyway.
Dance on them pants.
Dance on that underwear.
This is the most horrible party I've ever been to.
Hey, have some popcorn. Sit back and drink your apple
This party
juice.
and
Thanks,
this
Grim.
intro have a lot in common. It's the worst one.
It's fun for me.
All right, guys. Well, go to hell. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mourning Friends with ROTN. I'm Matt.
I'm Grim.
Yeah, there you go. That was asked for. That was asked for. So yeah, we have technically had an episode that was this episode before, but not one on the actual interview program that we started doing. So today, gentle listeners, we have a very important, prestigious
Emphasis on very and important and prestigious.
Yeah, prestigious.
Okay. Okay.
Guest with us today. He does a metric ton of work for the industry, for the community, and he does a ton of shit for us personally.
Such an amazing artist. Holy shit. One of my absolute top favorite people.
And we were going to get him, but we ended up getting Mr. Marlon instead. Everybody, Mr. Marlon.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Marlon.
I don't know if I can follow up that intro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, your number one, podcast person who was going to be on. Oh,
Can't say that. Don't say that.
I wrote that down. Obviously, I can't read my handwriting.
Say it again.
Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Say it again, though.
So, yeah, guys, Marlon, like he puts in the work for us. He does amazing TikToks. He does amazing work with puppets. I don't want to give you the whole rundown of him. I want to generally get that out of him with questions.
Such a great puppeteer.
We
puppet
also
master. What do you
have
call
his
yourself?
amazing wife with us as well.
Just a puppet guy.
Monica
puppet
is
guy.
also here. They
Monica!
took the trip all the way down to Alabama. Who the fuck knows why they decided to come here for a vacation? But here they are. We couldn't be more pleased about it. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
Absolutely.
Glad
And
to see you guys.
So I guess like my first question, completely aside from the puppets and the what do you think about our Birmingham?
So far, so good. We've been here a couple of days. We've checked out some eateries. We've checked out some sites. I've hung out with some fine people.
Oh, you met other people here?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
jealous.
Well, and then there were you guys.
Okay,
but
okay.
Oh, okay.
We're in there. He talked about
Yay.
us.
We've been having fun. It's been great. You know, typically it's our birthday. It was our birthday on Saturday.
Yes, and happy birthday, you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
both of
you.
us. So typically every year we like to go to a different place. We've gone to New Jersey, New York, Florida. I don't know.
In
St.
case you
Louis.
guys didn't know, they're twins.
No.
Yeah, they're twins, yes.
Yes, we're twins.
Conjoined.
At the butt.
I told you this was going to be trouble. So this time, you know, we were talking about where we want to go, and Monica mentioned Birmingham. You know, maybe visit our friends, check out a new city we've never been to before, and so here we are.
Nice. And we have been trying our hardest to take him to some of the highest classed areas.
Yes.
We didn't get out to Hellbilly, but we did get to the Chicken House, the City of Chaos, and to Conjure.
Yes.
So we're really giving you the rundown of what Birmingham is really like. Hey, come into these buildings where nobody ever
What that
goes to except
actually
for like 1
looked
month a
like
year.
was rush here, let me talk, but here, do this, hurry,
Yeah.
film, do it again, come on. Next site, do the
Well,
same
you
thing.
know what? How many times, Marlon, have you been able to say that you got to work in a production of puppets on your birthday?
I know. I can't imagine one day I can think of that I've been able
That's
to do
awesome.
that. So.
And you got the full rotten, let's fucking go run, go
Yes,
over there, do
and
this.
honey, my pants are dirty and my back's dirty because I was a full puppeteer.
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
floor.
on the floor, in the dirt, laying underneath the hearse with the puppet up. He was a trooper
God.
today.
Corpses
And-
everywhere.
Corpses everywhere.
Yes, Monica had, what was it, you tried something interesting today? Something I've never even tried. What was that?
You said,
Green beer.
Ah,
Yes.
green beer. Does that mean spoiled beer?
No, just regular beer, but green.
you know, green
Oh.
can be with envy also.
Oh,
Yes,
I
envy
wonder. I
beer.
wonder if it alters your poop. Please let me know later.
Oh,
I will.
100%
Good call.
alters your poo.
Oh,
We'll
Oh
take
God,
we'll,
does it really?
Without a shadow of a doubt, it does.
we'll take a sample for you.
yes, I definitely want to sample.
Don't
it
be
because I need to
confused
study
when
that.
when it looks like you pooped Play-Doh, because it will come out a Play-Doh color.
Oh, I wish someone had told me before I
It's the
had
same
it.
with Boo Berry, Frankenberry, or Count Chocula. It has so much dye in it that if you eat it, it will literally dye your poop the color of the cereal.
That explains a lot growing up. I'm just saying. Absolutely.
Mom was like, "Here, I've got some Play-Doh. It smells like shit, Mom. Shut up and play with it."
Your mom handed you her
Yeah.
shit to play with.
Yeah.
I'm made for an interesting playtime with friends.
I made a squirrel. All right, Grim, you're the big questioner person, so start firing them off.
I got blanks.
They've got pills for that.
Oh, okay. Please, can I borrow one? Monica?
I told you.
That's your first
Can I
question.
borrow
Can I
one?
She
borrow
couldn't
one?
take him on the
Borrow one?
plane. She couldn't take him on the plane. Last time
no.
TSA robbed her blind. So
What are we gonna
you know.
do? Pew pew. And see, it's so
Pew, pew. Oh
blank.
God. Okay, so let's go back to like when we actually first kind of like met you or found you on TikTok.
Yep.
What was your first experience like? How was your first like? How did you find us? How was your experience like? First, like, what the fuck is this?
Actually, you know, I was in Florida visiting my mom, and I just happened to throw Mr. Fuzzy Pants in my suitcase just because he was easy to carry, and I thought I might have a little chance to do that. I already had TikTok downloaded, but I didn't really use it. So when I was down there was a lot of times where I was just hanging out doing nothing. So I decided to pop open TikTok and just start doing some videos. And after a while, it just kind of rotated through videos. And then I think the first Rotten video I saw was one of Grimm. And I'm like, wow, she's a weirdo. This should be fun.
That's perfect.
So I did a TikTok of
Go
it.
cry. I'll be back.
Oh, that's okay.
Go cry.
This interview isn't over. You're going to cry a lot during this interview.
Okay. I'll just take it out on Fuzzy Pants.
Well, you usually do anyway. You don't
it's
need an
true.
excuse for
You're
that.
paying it forward, technically.
Just saying. So I did a couple of video duets with Grimm, and then Matt started popping up, Carrie started popping up, Rotten Review started popping up, and the more I saw your videos, the more I'm like, wow, I kind of get these people, and they kind of get me. So I just kept doing videos and videos and videos until you guys actually noticed me. and then unblocked me because, I was getting a little creepy.
we had to block him. We had to block him a couple of times.
I'm just saying. And then I just kind of grew from there. And then we just kind of kept doing
seeing a couple of your videos, but what really looped me into like knowing you more as a person or being more comfortable in what you do were the lives that you don't do a lot of anymore.
Yeah.
Your Fuzzy Pants lives, I think, were phenomenal.
I'm still slowly trying to get back into it. I did one yesterday, actually, on the way. Where were we going to eat someplace? Mad Pies?
Mm-hmm.
We were going to eat at Mad Pies, and we were following you guys there, and Fluffy was doing a live.
Nice.
Fuzzy was doing a live while Monica was driving, and I was yelling obscenities at Grimm. You guys were in the car in front of me, and obviously she didn't hear me because I'm still alive. But yeah, work has taken up a lot of my time, unfortunately. So I still try to do a few duets a day, but I've slowly been getting back into the lives. I did one yesterday, one this morning. Couple of times a day for a few minutes a day just to kind of get back into it. But I've been asked by a lot of people who follow me, when are you doing lives again? So it's always fun, especially when I have him with his guitar.
I was about to say, when you do the guitar and you do the music stuff, like that seems to just, that seems to sell big time.
It does. My wife just melts in the room next door, hearing Fluffy,
That's a
Fuzzy
beautiful
Pants'
story.
Yeah. She's got a confused look on her face.
Yeah, that's how it looks to you.
She's melting in her room.
I like to think so,
She's looking for the earplugs. They're just
I have
under
my
the
little
bed.
earbuds.
Yeah.
She has her
Listen to
earplugs
something
in.
else.
Yeah, she just completely avoids anything. Oh, you're on TikTok? Okay, I'll just walk away in the other room. So yeah, I should be doing some more lives again. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think you should do some more lives.
Yeah.
I think I really enjoyed popping on the lives, and that's again there was so much connectivity with all the different people in our community with your
Yes.
lives and seeing people and knowing their names and all that stuff. I thought that was awesome. Okay, so let's go to question for Monica. I'd like, and I know you've told us this story, of course, but I'd like to hear about you guys first coming aware of each other and how that went. You kind of shared that story with us earlier, but
Well, I'll stop her there. It was love at first sight for her. And I'm just kidding. Go ahead, love. Go ahead.
Wow. We met on plentyoffish.com, and it was his last attempt because he had been on a few bad dates, and it was my first day on there. I saw him. We literally clicked, and that was it. He was the only connection I made on Plenty of Fish. I was on
that's
there
awesome.
for like 48 hours.
Plenty of Fish works, guys. It might not be around anymore.
Yeah,
Clearly it works. I don't know if they're around anymore.
It's like MySpace for dating. I think that's what it is now. So,
So you have that one Tom
Yep.
friend that's on there.
just go into the Internet Archive and find Plenty of Fish. I'm sure you'll find some info on that.
Yeah, so it was just cool. I didn't know that he was Portuguese from his name. So that was nice to learn. And yeah, we just had a lot in common. And here we are, 14, 15 years
Yep.
later?
She still can't resist me.
Still you having the trophy wife that you do.
Wait, am I the trophy wife?
Yes,
I'm
you're
sorry.
the trophy
well,
wife.
I can take that. I'm good with that.
So you were telling me about you guys' first date and how frugal you were.
Yes.
Yes. We met at Panera, but there was just too much of a wait for a table. So we ended
That's
up going,
nice. So right off the bat, you're like,
Right off the
wait,
bat,
fuck
we're
you
going
guys.
someone
No.
else.
we ended up at TGI Fridays.
Oh,
And-
another fun company.
I
that
know,
doesn't
I
ruin-
know.
Also,
I know how to make an impression on the first date. I'm just saying.
just shut down all these different businesses. Shut down
Yeah.
the fish site. Shut down TGI Fridays. Fuck them all.
I'm just warning everybody. I'm going to your site.
Yeah. Hey,
We're gonna shut
nine
it down.
haunts that we're doing trailers with. It's
Oh,
the
that doesn't
exact
count.
opposite.
That doesn't
Exact
count. That
opposite.
doesn't count. There's an asterisk on that one. So
Yeah, but at the end of the meal, he offered to pay, and I was like, "Oh, well, thank you so much, but can I at least check to see if I have a coupon to, contribute?" And I think that's when he fell in love.
time out. You're forgetting the most important part.
Oh, about me going to church.
Yes. After having long discussions about her talking how she's not religious, she suddenly ends the day and says she has to go because she has to go to church.
You got catfish.
I thought I got catfish, so I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
I had a great date, and then I was driving home all like do. And I had to go to church. There was a mass in like memory of my aunt who had passed, and so I had to go to church.
That's
after
hilarious.
telling him that I'm not religious at all. So yeah, after church, I told my mom, I was like, "Oh my God, I need to call him right away and book that second date because he's thinking I totally blew him off."
And I was gonna say, like, either A, you're like, wait a minute, you got to go to church, and you said you weren't religious. You're totally blowing me off. Or B, he's like, you say, oh, I'm totally not religious, and they're like, I got to go to church. But I thought you said you weren't religious. Oh, it's not religion, it's a way of life. And if you don't understand that way of life, you are missing out on the divine providence. So that could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way. And honestly, I was like, okay, that went well. So,
No, but you know what? I called you that night,
Yes, you
and we
did.
went out the very next day.
and she didn't have to go to church that day.
Okay.
I knew it worked out.
Like
so.
every date you guys had, she had to go to church. Hey, in my book, that's a win, bro.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's the story.
That is hilarious.
All right, I have a question. It is, what makes puppets so available?
Available. What do you mean by that? Like,
It's a joke. They're always on hand.
oh,
You're such a piece of shit.
I thought we were being
thought it was gonna be
serious
one of
here.
those-
I was like, wow, that's a very
That's a
deep
very deep question. But then I'm sitting there going, this is grim. Something's gonna happen.
It's a joke.
Obviously a bad joke.
Yeah,
Thank you, Grim.
answer the question and I'll punch you.
That's a shitty ass.
Wow.
This is the worst game show ever.
I just won the $500.
Okay, so I've got a question
No, I
for
got another
you.
joke. What do puppets eat?
Salads.
That's a good one, Callie.
Finger foods.
Finger foods.
What?
Oh.
That's terrible.
That was close.
Why would they eat
Carrie-
fingers?
Carrie
That's what
almost
makes them
had it.
exist.
Because they
I don't think I've ever
That's
heard.
counterintuitive.
I don't think I've ever heard a good puppet joke. If you guys have one, send it in.
Yeah, hey, listeners, just shout it out right now, and we'll
Yeah, I
say
got
it.
a
We'll
good
say it
one.
on the air.
I'm listening.
All right.
No, that's not
Yeah,
good.
Not a good
yeah,
one.
okay,
No.
shut up.
Oh, sorry.
If
Here
I had
comes
a
another bad
shut
one.
up! If
Okay.
I had a nickel for every time I was cursed out by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels. It isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Insert tumbleweed sound here. Wow, she's getting a kick out of that one.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
still trying to figure it out.
I hate
Because
you
of
so
the
bad.
silence. I love the silence.
Okay, so forget about your stupid jokes. So my question is that I know that you do a lot of work in charity with the puppet stuff, and I hope no one that takes part in that is listening to this podcast right now. And we apologize. He's not a part of this shenanigans. He's a part-timer at this shenanigans. But can you kind of compound on that
Yeah,
and tell the
absolutely.
listener?
First of all, they kidnapped me.
No,
Well, no, I'm kidding. I'm
Other
sorry.
thing,
I'm
other-
sorry.
other-
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Don't
Okay.
compound on the kidnapping, not yet.
No, part of the puppetry thing for me started with kids. Monica has a lot of kids in her family, and that's how I got my name. Like, literally, they didn't know what to call me when I first came into their family, so they just ended up calling me Mr. Marlon. So that name kind of stuck, and I used it for my Mr. Marlon's puppets.
And now you are, by everybody, will
By
be
everyone,
called
Mr. Marlon. Yes. So,
Great.
but from there, it led to working with someone who I do graphic design for. He ended up opening a program for kids, teens, and young adults on the spectrum, the autism spectrum. And he was teaching classes like, dance classes, karate classes, and he found out I did puppetry. So he's like, hey, do you mind coming in and teaching a puppet class? So I started working with them. They're called the Spectrum Empowerment Program. And I teach young adults how to build puppets, perform puppets. And I find a connection with them a lot because depending on where you are in the spectrum, sometimes it's hard for them to communicate and, tell them their feelings. But with a puppet, the colors and just not seeing another person, just seeing like that character, they tend to open up more. And, I've used that to, build great relationships with these kids. So I think I took a break from the class, but we're starting it up again. I think we're going to start teaching the kids how to build puppets to sell to other programs.
Oh, nice.
So that way they can be involved in a business where they can help other people, disadvantaged kids, kids with special needs, kind of working together to build puppets for them for their programs.
That's awesome.
So,
That's
yeah.
actually really awesome because you're giving them like a drive beyond just a course. That's freaking awesome.
And I do it all voluntarily. I love doing it. I have a full-time job that takes care of my needs. So most of this is just because I enjoy doing it.
I think it helps stimulate like the positive side of imagination.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
brings out more of the childlike mentality.
Well,
It's so beautiful.
It never
so
fails
many
that
levels.
there are a lot of parents here in Argo that have kids that are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I have talked to them about what you do and about how you were talking about how you feel that there are a lot of benefits to puppetry because it's the social cues.
Yeah.
And if you push that away from you, everyone's looking at the puppet, paying attention to
Yes.
the puppet. You're not as on the spotlight.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's genius.
I know I'm doing my job when I'm talking to someone, whether it be an adult, a kid, anything. If they're talking to the puppet and not me and not seeing me, I'm doing my job right.
That's fucking awesome.
And
We still haven't figured out what it means for us to do our job right.
Well, it takes time. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not.
We've actually convinced ourselves as long as people aren't watching, then we're doing our job right. So then that way, ipso facto, we just always win.
That kind of works. I keep thinking that, Matt. Keep thinking that.
So, Mr. Marlon is constantly going and doing and creating and envisioning and everything. And something he is now working on is this deck of cards called Do More Cards.
Yep.
What inspired you to do this?
Well, basically, I watched something online about a guy who created some cards for himself, and he sells them too, but they're very random. They're not like I looked at the cards and they had really nothing to do with what I like. So I find myself some days just not being productive at all. So the goal in these cards, I actually designed my own deck. I printed them at work. I did all the finishing touches. You pick a card randomly, and the cards can say anything from build a sculpture out of junk to go outside, yell, to read a random book, to it's just little tasks you can do to get the motivation going. And I just found it worked. Even Monica, she started picking cards and, creating playlists. And
Yes. And I love your sculpture.
Yes.
So much, Monica.
she was
Thank
very
you.
proud
It's-
of that.
It
So,
is such a beautiful concept. I love it so much that
and then Grim started contacting me. She's like, I love those cards, but, if it was me, I'd be more with nature.
Yeah,
and
you
she
haven't seen
started...
them yet.
yes.
She started sending me texts. I got like 30 texts of different ideas for cards. And I'm like, well, Grim, you pretty much did all the work. So I just started designing them. And I came up with cards to be more, they're called Heal, Inspire, and Transform. And
Yes.
each card has something to do with that
And
category.
I love it, and I cannot wait to start using this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
do
I
it, like,
just-
after the podcast.
I just picked stuff that I thought would be important to you,
Yes.
including the ideas you had. And I added a little quote to bottom to kind of add that extra inspiration. And I also include some blank cards because I know no matter what I do, there's going to be other ideas that pop out
Yes.
there. So that way you can do your own cards. And so I built a bunch of decks and brought it in a little gift bag for all you guys. So
And they actually
Thank
brought us
you.
a
I
few
love
different,
it.
very New England things. They
They
brought us
did.
chow mein from a
Uh-huh.
little shop that was close to them that does it, and they said that Monica said she watched them actually box
Yes.
the
Yes,
stuff.
I did.
They brought us a book for Grimm. They brought us
I got a book.
coffee syrup for milk, which
Yeah.
I've recently saw a story about that becoming a trend, so I've got to
Yeah.
get some milk to try that
that's
out.
big in our area. The chow mein, Fall River chow mein, the coffee milk, I think I got,
Oh,
you got
Dell's Lemonade.
Dell's
Yeah, the
Lemonade is
lemonade.
big up
Yep.
there. Some candies from local
We got,
stores.
you had us handmade taffy.
Oh, yes.
And I haven't had some good saltwater taffy in
Yeah,
a while.
local. It's big in New England, so I wanted to make sure I grabbed that, and just other little candies that are from our neck of the woods. And then I did a couple of T-shirts.
Our glow-in-the-dark rotten t-shirts are
love
fucking
it.
bad as shit.
I literally, if I had a couple more days, I probably would have had to fill up a suitcase with everything I was planning to bring. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a touch of what we enjoy in New England.
Yeah.
And we like to do that when we go visit friends in other areas who've never been to New England. We like bringing them little
It's
gifts.
seeding,
Yeah.
basically. You're like seeding Alabama with the seeds of
Yeah.
doubt for, like, ooh, well, this is much better stuff than you have.
Well, you
peaches.
know, I was gonna bring stuff back from
It's like
Alabama,
that-
but what can I bring?
Yeah, right. Like, the only thing Alabama here is
Take
Grimm.
me,
So,
Carrie, you're coming too.
Okay.
I think
All
we
right,
can
so
fit you
Rotten
guys
They,
over.
they could fit in the bag.
Road trip. Bye, Matt.
bye. It's
Bye-bye.
fun. I'll figure it out. yeah.
I'll write it down for you and
Thank
stick
you.
it somewhere.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
okay,
Thank you.
Des. You got this too.
Oh, no, I got to take care of the
You have to
kid.
feed him.
Oh, God.
I think we have extra room. I guess we have an extra bedroom. Maybe we can.
Yeah, my
squeeze-
little reading nook.
Okay, there you
But
go.
we're used to attics too and
Oh,
basements.
Yeah,
Perfect.
basements,
Stuff like that.
attics,
We can-
crawl spaces,
we'll find a space for you guys.
boxes,
Yeah.
whatever,
We'll
litter
find a
boxes,
space.
whatever. But yeah, like you've made so much really, really cool stuff for us. I love the cards, and I know we got a taste of the cards previous because you made a series of cards for us, which were just phenomenal. And out of nowhere at CreepyCon, you hit us with that shit, and we're like, what? Like full 10 packaging and the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards, and they were professional. It was so badass. And like, hey, he's gonna be working on another one soon, so send me your info and I'll try to get you in that card set.
Well, I find like for a long time I really didn't have a lot of inspiration. There are not a lot of people in my neck of the woods that enjoy haunts, horror movies, different kind of humor. So I really found a connection with you guys. So that just started spinning the wheels. I saw you guys did T-shirts. I'm like, can I design some T-shirts for you guys?
Oh, and you made some of the most
God, I
badass
love
t-shirts.
those.
Amazing.
Oh,
And
my
just the
God.
fact that you said, no, I don't want the money, keep it. And I'm like, well, I don't really want it. I want to do something with it. So we started donating it to Ween Dreams, which is
One of my favorites.
it's a great, I'm like, what can I donate to that seems to fit this whole, theme? And I found Ween Dreams, which you can donate to them, and they buy Halloween costumes for disadvantaged kids who can't afford it, which I thought was perfect for this environment.
Yeah.
And then, other stuff started popping up. Besides the T-shirts, I'm like, let me come up with other stuff. And the trading cards, I have a friend who does trading cards. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And he started doing his own deck. And I'm like, what if I do rotten trading cards?
And it was badass.
They are
And it's
the
a wo-
greatest thing ever.
And it was a way to promote Rotten, but not only Rotten, each card, whoever was on the card, I had a QR code linking to their social media.
Yeah.
So it's not really about just promoting me, it's more about promoting everyone else.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you guys are really trying to open up the community.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
And if I can do a little piece of that,
I mean, just those cats being in a group of cards,
Yeah.
there's a connection.
yeah.
People call themselves rotten. Like, we don't consider ourselves like a functioning group. Like,
And we're
if somebody
definitely not a
is
cult.
rotten, definitely not a cult.
I have the T-shirt to prove it.
Yep. But if somebody says they're rotten, what does that mean?
Yeah.
It's not like they're here making stuff with us. Well, to us, what it means for anyone to be rotten is not like necessarily you're not going to get a ton more views. You might get some. You're not going to get a ton of like notoriety. Our name isn't that heavy in clout. when people say they're rotten, to me, they're saying that they accept the fact that all of this is connected under the guise that we are all entertainers.
Yeah.
And that under that one commonality that we can find a place where we all exist in the same headspace.
Absolutely. It's all about promoting other people, especially talented people. That's why, like, on TikTok, I'm not really worried about numbers or views, but as I get more of a following, I really enjoy it. And I really like that because 90% of my content is duets.
Yeah.
And I'll find awesome people on TikTok that I duet with. And I'm hoping by the more followers I have, the more people see,
Gonna see them.
the duets,
Yep.
see them. And it's just kind of like, spreading the love.
I did a duet with Mr. Fuzzy
Yes,
Pants.
she did.
I think I got like 5 views.
So I think that's a record for me so far. So, I'm just saying.
5 views is great.
But yeah, I just
No, it's better than 0. So
there
that's
you
great.
go.
Thank you.
I enjoy the views, but I enjoy the fact that I can make these duets, and if one extra person sees the other person I'm duetting with, because there are a lot of cool creators.
There
out
are
there.
a lot of people that I
Yes.
found specifically because you duetted them.
Yeah, I think
as
it's
much as I
great.
know, I love to. What I really love to do is I know you do random duets.
Yeah.
But what I love is when we've, like, say for instance, the Monica came down and we talked to her and had her on a couple of our lives, and then boom, you've got a duet.
Oh,
with her.
yeah, absolutely.
I love how you pay attention to who's here with us and a part of us, and then you deliberately go out to make that other connection. I love it
I
so
love it
much,
too.
dude.
Absolutely. I'll go out of my way to promote someone who I think has talent and really deserves to be seen. So,
Hell yeah. And you've made a lot of promises today. You got a lot of work.
yeah, I kind of did. But,
Got a lot of
it's
promises today.
it's
You have a
helping.
lot to do.
I feel it's promises I think I can do and kind of help.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed going where we went today and checking out all the cool sites and stuff. Most people, if I told them I did that on a day, they'd be like, "Really?"
That's the same with us. We've got certain people we can say that to, and they're like, man, y'all are so lucky. You get to go backstage on the haunts and see the working of them, and people like actually respect your opinion about what they're doing and stuff.
Oh, I enjoy
And then
that.
we've got the other bits of the population like, haunted house? You mean like ghost in
Yeah.
them?
Oh my God.
You went to a ghost house.
And
on.
even nothing against Alabama so far, it's been great. But even telling people when we were going on vacation, where are you going? Oh, Alabama.
Like, why the fuck
There was a
are you
long
going to Alabama?
pause.
Alabama as a state has a bad rap.
We have a
It
bad
does,
rap.
but from what
Yeah.
I've seen just in Birmingham and hanging out with you guys, I mean, I've enjoyed every bit of it.
Well, no one in the world, based on what is projected about Alabama to the rest of the states, it's the same with Florida. It's
Yeah.
got stigma to it too,
Yeah.
but Florida has a different situation.
That's a whole different
Yeah.
situation, yeah.
But Alabama is definitely known as, like, you're going to have this kind of idea that we're all like Hicks and we
Yeah.
have outhouses and live in the woods or yada yada, like we're Ozarks people.
Yes.
But at the
Or that
exact
we're
same
inbred.
time, if you go against a list of haunts in state, we are very, very high on that list of how many haunts we have in Alabama.
do.
Absolutely. I was shocked by how much, because in New England, we know a few of them.
Yeah, that's the thing is the whole haunts thing. That I think that's more of a southern thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
in New England, I know of like 3 or 4 in our general area. If there's more, they're really not promoting it well.
Am I wrong? Is it Ohio? Ohio has the most
Ohio
amount of
does.
haunts
Really?
per capita. They have more haunts in Ohio
Wow.
than anywhere else in
Oh,
the United
wow.
States. And even us with 32, I would still say we're in like 11th, 12th, 13th place. Where Woods of Terror is at, North Carolina, they are heavily saturated in haunts.
Okay.
Yeah, see, in New
Because
England, we don't get a lot
Yeah.
of that.
If-
We don't see it.
The thing about it is like, again, that is still a budding market. A lot of haunts hit their 12 or 13-year anniversary. So something happened 13 years ago that a lot of people got onto it. That's happening again right now. If you notice at home, they have Halloween stuff out beginning of September.
Yes.
And it's keep getting pushed back. And as more people see that Halloween is becoming a longer holiday and becoming more interesting,
It makes
there are going to
my
be
heart
so
happy.
so many haunts opening. Like
Yeah.
with what Mimi's doing downtown. She's opening a haunt.
Oh, that was great checking out the site.
Yep. Hopefully this year she'll have Magic Conjure up and running, and we'll have another affiliated haunt in our haunt group. And we've got a show coming up in Sanitarium. They're doing an arts and crafts show middle of next month. So we're always finding little things we could do.
Yeah,
We got
absolutely.
to go check out Mad Pies with you
Yeah,
guys
that was
out at
great.
Nightmare at
That
3008. Had a great time. Talked to Nick and all those cats.
Had some
and-
good food.
And the effort they put into the haunts. I mean, like, if there are great haunts in New England and I don't know about them, I know a few people who can help.
Yeah.
So just reach out to me.
Yeah,
I got a guy, I got a girl, I got another girl.
Be like,
They can help you.
If someone reaches out to you and they're like, "Hey, we're a haunt in Rhode Island," and you say, "Hey, I don't know your name, but what I do know is all the names of the haunts in Alabama." You know why I
Absolutely.
know that? Because of those people.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe we should
Wow.
start making that prevalent for all states.
Yeah.
Not all state, the insurance company.
Yeah, and just when you call, talk to Matt. Grim might be able to- See, every time I call Grim, that's all I hear on the phone. Hey,
Yeah.
Grim, how's it going?
I'm gonna chew my own arm off.
There you go. So, but yeah, no, it's it's a community that I'm learning more and more about. And these people are authentic. They enjoy doing it. They love what they do. I mean, you guys do what you can to help them. And I really like to see you guys succeed because I think it's a great industry to be in.
So I think that what you just said is a great point, and anybody in the haunt community, anybody that is a part of the community, actor in a haunt, builder of a haunt, anything like that, I've talked to many people that have been in this business for eons, and almost every other person out of their mouths will be like, there is a lot of controversy, and it is a hard, choppy water when it comes to the haunt business because certain people are cutthroat. But listen to me now as I say this. Your perceptual understanding of that situation is aiding it to be that way. This man right here, who watches from outside, says he sees it as the exact opposite. Your perceptual understanding of a thing, you can look at it the same way he does and start fixing shit instead of complaining about how stuff is right now. And really change the industry with positivity, not, oh, I bet this is going to be that way, or oh, I bet this guy's going to be this, or I bet this guy's competition. We don't have competition. We have people that we want to see succeed because the entertainment that I enjoy is the entertainment I'd like to share with all of you.
Very well said.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact is, you know, nobody wants to go to one haunt during the Halloween season.
Just one haunt like that, no.
It's like
need
you
more.
want to have more haunts, but then what they have to do is go find anything. And if you can kind of connect all of them that want to be connected, you can have someone going to a haunt, learning about another haunt at the end of it. Next night, go to that one,
Yep.
then go to another one. Kind of build that community.
Really and truly, we had that as a theory when we first started. But what really kicked up my interest in knowing that it was a capability was that Tim Miller from Hellbilly Hollow, before it was even an idea of mine, had a sign in the middle of his midway that are arrows and how many miles it is in that direction to get to one of the other haunts. He was
Something
the
as
first
simple
one
as
that had it.
Something as simple as that. And I mean, there's a lot more you can do to advertise. And we've been talking about it throughout the day. And, you know, haunts aren't just for haunt people. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. Construction, painting, prop making. I mean, if you don't like haunts, you can still find a way to be involved with them.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Advertising.
Advertising.
preparation for the upcoming haunt season will take literally all year long.
All
There's
year.
a
We are
lot that
already,
goes into
dude,
it.
even going straight out of coming into January of this year, we are already full tilt working on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are full tilt, and we didn't get to do fucking December because we were literally doing the same thing for the Christmas Haunt at Hellbilly Hollow. Like, we worked our asses off on that one.
Yes.
But dude, I wouldn't trade that in for anything. I'd rather do that for $0 than do the job that I'm doing now.
Yes.
But eventually it'll make us money, and we will be able to do it and bring you guys a lot more stuff because we'll be freed up
Yes.
from the...
I want to bring more entertainment and be able to sustain ourselves too.
Yes. So, yeah, give us money. Anyways.
You're such an idiot.
You could do that too, you know. I'm there.
But yeah, you got anything else you want to?
I wanted to ask Mr. Fuzzy Pants something, if, he's willing to, come up here and talk to us.
Fine, I'm coming. I was taking a nap.
Mr. Fuzzy Pants.
Yes.
I want to know,
Uh-oh.
why do you piss me off so much? Okay, answer it. Carefully.
Yeah, should I answer this?
It sounds like it's a her problem.
Yeah, it's a you problem, not a me problem.
Okay. Oh, you don't talk to me like that, you little fuzzy rabbit.
Hey, Mr. Fuzzy Pants, you might want to get a little closer to the mic. I'm sorry.
What is so funny?
Let's get closer to the mic. It's gonna make it.
I kind of live by the puppet and die by the
so
puppet.
Fucking hilarious.
I cannot do. I just want to give you guys a spoiler alert. Mr. Fuzzy Pants is a piece of cloth that I shove my hand up his ass.
And he's got worms.
But when he does not have worms.
He has worms. Look
When you
at
first
him.
started moving toward the mic, okay, in my mind, I'm like, oh man, I gotta tell him to back off
Yeah.
because it's gonna have that. It's not coming.
Yeah.
It's not out of his
so
fucking mouth. I am dumb.
But-
That's why I had to say it like that. Is to protect myself from being stupid.
With all my
It didn't work.
puppets, the only time the personality comes out is when I have the
Yeah.
puppet on my actual hand. Other than that, it's very difficult for me to stay in character.
That's
That's
good
good to keep
because
that.
when you have a different puppet on, the best way to keep from breaking character into another one of your character
absolutely.
is to have that notion of when that's there, that's what it is. yada,
Absolutely.
yada.
And then sometimes I'll find myself with like Little Nicky, my devil puppet, in one hand and Mr. Fuzzy Pants in the other hand. It gets some complicated shit. Puppetry isn't easy. But with them on my hands, I can balance it a
That's
lot
awesome.
easier.
Yeah, I've tried. I'm not. Like, that's not for I
So
can't.
Fuzzy Pants does love you, Grim. He just doesn't feel respected by
He
you.
loves to piss me off. That's
Well,
what it seems
that's what I
like.
meant to say. I kind of forgot the word.
All right. Let's move past this. I think he needs some therapy to cover whatever he's getting
Wait, did
himself
G
into.
say I need therapy? Hey, I got a mirror I'd like to show you.
All right, you're dead. You're dead.
I'd like to put up a missing report for Mr. Fuzzy Pants now. Just to be safe. In case you don't see him,
We're gonna put
question Grim first.
his picture on a bunch of coffee milk cartons.
There you go.
A bunch of carrot packs.
Yeah. Have you seen this bunny? He's wanted for misconduct, stealing, and making America smile.
Stealing hard.
Aw, see?
Not
And
mine.
Brent Larson.
I know you have a soft spot for Mr. Fuzzy Pants.
It's on the top of her head.
It might
but she
be
never grew
really
into
small.
It.
It might be really small, but I think she does.
I think she likes Nikki better.
Yeah, probably.
I can relate more to Nikki.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point. But
So yeah, you got anything else? You
Do
guys?
you got anything else?
Ah, God, I don't know. I've been talking to these fuckers for so long. I don't.
I know
what
we've
to
been
say.
talking. All we've been doing for the past couple days is talking.
Yes. We've literally expunged all of our information. We should have been recording it at that
Oh, we
point,
should
so it was all
have.
new.
This has been fun, though.
So, do you guys have any questions for us that you would like to know? Anything else we haven't gone over?
Yes.
Please.
Because everywhere I look, I see things about False Day. Happy False Day.
Ah, False Day.
And
Okay.
This seems to be a yearly.
It is, and it started
occurrence.
way back in '97,
Love
I
False
believe. And my original thing was I'm not a fan of Christmas. I don't like
Neither am
Christmas. Nothing against Christmas. Everybody that likes Christmas, that's fine.
No, wait. Time out. Before you finish that, does Grim not like Christmas because she's constantly on the naughty list?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Continue. Sorry, I
still
just
get
need to know.
things.
Yeah,
I
you
just,
get
I have
coal,
to,
and coal is
threaten-
literally worth
no, I have
money.
to threaten
So
Santa a little bit, but it
Really?
works. Yeah, lots of bartering too.
I don't understand how they thought getting coal in a stocking back in the day was a bad thing.
I
Because
think
back
coal's
then they were
cool.
like, "Could we please get some coal?" I'm
You know,
very cold."
heat up.
Yeah, it's good at
So
throwing.
continue. I apologize.
Okay,
Sorry.
so anyways, I'm not a big fan of Christmas, but I like the idea of getting family together. I like the idea of giving presents out. I like the idea of the camaraderie of Christmas, not the corporation of Christmas. I believe Christmas has been completely distorted from what it was by many different things. Even though it was originally sort of a religious holiday, it's got its makings in pagan holidays and Festus and all that stuff. Anyways, so I was like, well, I want to do something like that, but I don't want it to be brand Christmas. I don't want it to be around Christmas. So I decided, let's make a moving holiday. So it's not like any other holiday. So it's always the second weekend in January. So that's wherever that may fall. Yeah. And I was thinking about like how you buy presents for people. And if you look at your extended family, your aunts, uncles, cousins, people that don't know you very well, if they do so feel obligated to buy you a present, it is human nature to remember the negative stuff in people more than anything. You remember something they wore you didn't like. You remember that they smoked and you didn't like. For some reason, as humans, we compartmentalize people into, I don't like this thing about them, and that's the first thing that I've got there. So when they buy you presents, they buy you presents based on your faults. So if you smoke and that was a thing they didn't like, they're going to try to get you something like, hey, I got you some gum. You should chew gum instead. Or I got you an anti-smoking thing if they're more like blatant about it. Or they see the clothes you wear and they're not nice enough. And they're like, I got you a nice clothing that I like, clothing that I would like to see you in, because in their eyes, that's a fault of yours because it's a human nature thing. So we decided second weekend in January, we'll get together with our collected family, not our blood family, but our love family. And we'll give them gifts based on, we'll basically make fun of them. Like, the whole thing is, like, you look at, like, a dirty Santa when you hand out presents and everybody's like, oh, what is this? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, we do that to each other. Like, we're like, here's this present for you. You're a piece of shit because you like this or this or that, but here's that thing. So it's like this duplicity of, like, the way we kind of communicate. We treat each other like shit, but that's our friend code. Yeah. Like, that's how you know you're in our clique. If we are not mean to you, it probably means we don't like you. Yeah. Because we just are like, hey, I don't like
you. So Grim really likes Mr. Fuzzy Pants.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I was. That was alluding to.
I was hoping.
You know what?
It's me then.
No, right. Don't worry. There's no. This doesn't work both ways.
Okay.
It's only a one-way street on this one. But yeah, and so that's what we do. We get together, we party a little bit, and then we give each other's gifts based on
and have food, lots of food.
Yeah, we have lots of food. And then we give each other's gifts and like basically say like, hey, fuck you, but I love you. Here's your thing.
Yeah, okay. What's something you've gotten before?
One time, one of my friends gave me diet pills and razor blades and a card that says you're fat, kill yourself.
Wow.
And that is False Day. For the audience, you couldn't see that. She was putting on a very heavy fake and worried
the fear
for her life.
in her eyes was
real. Wow, we have given some doozies of presents on False Day. It's definitely an 18 and older crowd. We have had to tell people like, no kids at
no kids
False
at
Day
all
because it gets.
And do you have any memorable gifts that you've gotten?
Yes, a black eye. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
That's the greatest present I've ever heard you got.
Get out of here. I can't remember. I don't know what. I think someone gave us a mustard nose thing.
Yeah,
I
somebody.
Hate mustard nose. I
recorded a character singing a song called. Well, it's a mustard nose character, and then I did a song for mustard nose, and she hated it. So somebody got Nikki got a bottle of mustard and taped apply directly to nose on the mustard can. It's hilarious.
There's a lot of creativity in there. You know, you really have
That's
to
kind
be
of the
creative.
thing about like what we do on False Day. It's all about being creative.
Yeah.
You know, with faults, of course, we don't like give them something they would hate.
Yeah.
Because their faults are something that we see that they do that we don't like.
Yeah.
They still like what they do. So even though we're clowning on them, we're still giving them something that is based on something they enjoy to do.
And you don't have to do that either. Like
you don't have to do anything.
A bag of toenail clippings and give it to somebody.
Because
or
that
something you find at a thrift store.
The thing about
that's why I've been telling you to save my toenails.
Yeah. The thing about False Day is like it's not just about their faults; it's about your faults.
Yeah.
So we used to get people DVDs back in the day, but I would buy DVDs I wanted to watch. I'd watch them, I'd close them up, and then I'd wrap them and give them away as presents because that's my fault. I'm a douchebag.
But in the end, you know,
They got a movie they
got a
liked.
movie they liked.
Except for one year, I think like for about 3 years, there was a running joke where somebody was given, whoever got the copy last, gave a copy of the Boondock Saints Part 2 away because it was one of the worst fucking movies.
Yeah, usually those
And
sequels don't do well.
It got given away to somebody, and then the next year they came and gave it to somebody else. The next year they came and gave it to somebody. It's like the fruitcake.
Honey, if we ever join False Day 1 year with them, I'm giving you my copy of Howard the Duck on VHS.
Yeah.
So sweet.
And I will throw it right out the window.
Hey, let's not forget that award-winning
Thank
Tim
you.
Robbins is in that movie. So that's up there with
Yeah,
a Grammy-winning
Look
actor.
at that face. I don't think she's buying it.
Oh, needless we forget that the guy from Mr. Boogeyman, the Disney horror movie,
Oh,
was
God.
also the scientist.
That's right.
And that also. So.
In her head, she's just like, shut up. Turn this podcast
Listen,
on. Let me get
I'll
hold
give
of
you. This is something only Grim will really get. But Grim, I have a really dumb run that I do that you love, and you're like, do your dumb run. I hate when you do that run, right? Where I kick my feet up and do the circles.
Oh,
I
I've seen that type of
literally made that run because it's the way Howard the Duck runs. Because it was a guy in a costume
Yep.
and he had to kick his feet out to the side and do these circles. That run came from when I watched Howard the Duck and I was trying to figure out how to run stupid like he
Who
ran.
created that movie?
You're
Are
gonna
they
go.
still
You're gonna go
alive?
finish them off.
Who
So you're
created
welcome,
that?
Grim.
Who
You're
was
welcome.
that? Who made them wear that? I need all the names. I'm gonna go and fucking murder these people.
Not to mention the fact
and their
that
whole family.
I could be wrong about this, but Howard the Duck, unless I'm wrong, is rated PG.
I think so, yeah.
And literally within the first
There
5
are-
minutes,
yes.
there are duck boobs with nipples.
Yes.
all right,
within the
yes, I
first
need to
5
know
minutes of the movie.
who created these movies. So I can find
And there's
them.
like like bestiality.
There is frightening
It's all
things.
undertoned.
No.
It's all undertoned. But
Yes.
if you're
Oh
like
my
that
God.
doesn't work. No.
Blech.
Yeah, that's our plug for Howard the Duck, guys. Go see it. Coming out soon.
It's so stupid. Insert clip of you running.
Yeah.
Podcasters, wait around and watch this.
Yeah. For you guys with the home version of the game. So do you guys have any more questions for us?
No, I'm gonna.
I
need
think
a
That was
She's
enough,
done.
yeah.
She doesn't
All of
want to
this,
hear from you
so.
anymore.
No, I'm good. I think I've asked a lot of questions about, I can't think of anything on my head right now, but yeah.
I mean, I
good.
could always find more puns or something.
No,
No.
God, no, God, no.
No.
I like
Wait,
how
you're running out of reels,
Yo,
right?
yeah.
This-
Oh,
you're
look, the
running-
computer's already
But-
pulled up.
Hard
The
drive
memory-
is
yeah,
like
There's a lot
crashed.
of good ones that everybody might want to hear.
I find that hard to believe. I find it interesting that no matter how many people come over here and talk to us and ask us questions, they never ask us the important question: criminal history.
Oh,
Seems
yeah.
like I'd
Why
want
did you
to know
bring
that.
that up? Why did you bring that up?
we just assumed that you guys were like
The worst.
Yeah,
it's
pretty much.
fair. All right, guys. So we have a clean criminal history. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys, again, we can't thank you enough for coming all the way down here, for wasting your hard-earned off time to
And
come and
birthdays.
see, and your birthdays to see our piece of shit, whatever we do thing. Dude, thanks for being a trooper puppet master today and helping us with the commercials we did for the Haunted Chicken
Yes.
House and for City of Chaos.
Thanks for being around and for the great conversations, both of you. It's
Yeah,
been great.
thanks for
Thank you.
you guys, everything you brought, everything you've done. Like, we cannot stress how much it means to us that there are people that even think of feeling that way about us. To think that, hey, I'd love to come down and hang out with you guys and
With
get to know
such
you
great
guys. It's fucking
personalities.
awesome.
I love the vibe, and not you, Mr. Fuzzy Pants, but yes, it's great.
We all turned and looked at Fuzzy Pants. He's just
Yeah.
laying there. He ain't saying
he
shit.
didn't do shit. That's right. Sit there.
I didn't do this. I didn't do a damn thing.
No, shut up.
So yeah, again, like if you want to pitch like where they can find you or any kind of charity that they can donate to, or
Absolutely. It's MrMarlonsPuppets.com. That's where you can find most of my information. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as Mr. Marlon's Puppets. Looking for some great charities to donate. Ween Dreams is a great one. How about you, hon? Anything?
No, I have that one video that got 5 views.
She got 5 views.
That's honestly, that's all I need.
Guys,
I'm all
please
set.
go back through Mr. Marlon's TikToks. Go find the video that Monica duetted with him and blow that shit up.
Yeah.
Blow it up.
Yeah, give it at least like 6
Nuke
views.
Let's
that
get 7
shit.
views on
7
there.
views.
Fuck it, we're gonna shoot for the stars.
Can you imagine if it hits double digits?
Oh, a 10. Ooh, boy.
We're good
Let's
with
not get
that.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Okay,
don't blow
what
up her video
Do
that
you
big.
know
Come and
your
watch our
TikTok account
shit.
Name? Like where people can find you to do that?
Monica Braga Fern.
Okay.
She
yeah,
ran
All right,
out
guys,
of
just
that.
figure that out on your own.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna you you talk them out. I'm gonna actually find her real quick.
I mean,
Okay.
I never even thought of that.
So yeah, it's been fun. We enjoyed visiting you guys. Unfortunately, we have to leave this morning. But yeah, we've enjoyed Birmingham in general. Great food, great atmosphere. We hung out with you guys. We first interaction when we came, we surprised Matt at his place of employment.
Yeah, up at Buckeyes.
Yep, I kind of felt like a Clerks moment there. I got to meet Randall and Dante. So
And we got to swing by the vet. We took Mr. Fuzzy Pants to see the vet, and he does in fact have worms.
yes.
Yeah, so pray for him.
Yeah, there I
So
go.
he has to take rectal pills. Which Grim will take care of helping him with.
No, I will not.
Okay, I
I'm
guess
not
not.
having anything to do with that rectal.
Well,
That rectal.
oh, we found it.
Y'all found it, guys.
Oh, what is it? Let me see.
Oh, that is so good.
You see?
She
That
did a
was
good
good.
job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
gotta
like,
see
you know
it.
what? I can do what none of these
Okay.
other people can do.
Follow my dream.
Watch.
Oh
That's
my god!
fucking
that is
awesome.
perfect.
You guys have got to see this. Okay,
Boom.
I'm
All
going
right, so it
to.
is-
I'm
what is
going
it?
to host this video. I'm going to duet it with a blank screen so you can see it. I'm going to put it up on Rotten Reviews. You guys go there, click on her name, follow back to her, like this video, share this video. It is awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
So you'll be
Wow.
able to find this very easy.
Yeah, so
We'll
it'll
put it on a sticky note.
Yeah, we'll put it on
Yep.
a sticky
There you
note.
go.
It'll be somewhere in the studio. You'll find
Yeah.
it.
Somewhere. Just come over,
Wow.
look through all this stuff. Sooner or later, you'll find it.
Oh my gosh, I'm blushing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, great. That's a
was
genius
really
job.
good.
It's a great transitional
Yes.
movement and shit. I love that.
I think you should do more.
I think you should
Really
do more.
There you go.
Like my first TikTok video was not that good.
Just
At
like
all.
you said,
And
you
it's
got
funny,
something.
most of her TikTok videos aren't good anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You're dead too.
Remember, if you find me missing, come find Grim.
Okay, let's say our goodbyes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, guys, thank you for
And
tuning
this
in
is
this
your
morning.
final goodbye.
Thank you guys for being down here. Thanks for all the fun times and the great memories that we will have. I can't wait to do so much more fucking work with you
So
guys in the
much
future.
more,
I
yes,
can't
yes,
wait.
yes.
Get ready to buckle down and have a bunch of demands coming your way. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you have a great fucking rotten
you.
morning. This has been Morning Friends with Rotten. This is Marlon Fernandez and Monica Fernandez and Grimothy. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that. Grim asshole face. What's
Whoa, 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 violence, violence. This has been,
Ow.
stay rotten, stay rotten.
Stay rotten,
rotten.
guys. Stay rotten.
Stay rotten.
Fucking bitch.
Can't move my
Hate you.
arm.